HuskerOnline continues our in-state tour at Millard South, where the Patriots are the defending Class A state champions, and they look loaded and poised to repeat, as this is a team right now for first-year head coach Taylor Mendenhall, who now takes over from Ty Wisdom, that has over 20 players on its team, including now 9 that have Division I offers, and they're poised to defend that title.
Yeah, obviously last season was extremely successful for us. And our toughest game was on the road in Phoenix to start the season. But from there, we learned from it and adapted and finished where we wanted to down in Lincoln Thanksgiving week. So, yeah, I'm super fortunate to be a part of this team. These guys have been together, a lot of them since 6th or 7th grade. The last time I counted, we have 33 in the class of 2026. And at least 20 of those guys are going to go play college football somewhere. So the expectation is extremely high. But more importantly, it's a really good group of kids, too.
And leading the way for the Patriots again will be their quarterback, Jet Tamala, currently ranked the #1 player in the state of Nebraska by On3.
Yeah, it's been exciting. All these boys, we put in so much work. And in the offseason, we're grinding right now, too. I'm doing basketball right now, but looking forward to start working with them more, becoming more of a leader, and just leading this group. And then looking forward, we're going to want to repeat the state championship. That's the goal, and we got a lot of work to do right now to be able to do that. So
we all knew once the first Power 4 offer came, that they were going to come knocking at the door. And recruiting quarterbacks is unique and different, and I've learned a lot of that in the last 2 months because they're investing a lot of time and money into this position. But when it's all said and done, he's going to have every passing record, career and single season-wise that he hasn't already broken in the state of Nebraska. So, coaching the quarterbacks the last couple of years has been great. He's a great kid, and, he'll do great things.
Yeah, probably just managing the game. I only had 3 picks on the year, and then just accuracy. 70% completion, and then just the throws I made on my highlights, they weren't easy throws. They all know I had a lot of weapons to throw to, but none of my highlights were like open passes or anything like that. I had to move around and make accurate throws.
And we've seen Tamala pick up a number of offers here from the Power 4 ranks as his stock continues to rise.
Missouri and Iowa State are the ones I'm going to go to in the spring. And then I know OSU wants to come watch me throw. K-State already did, back when they could come through, when it wasn't the dead period. And Michigan I talked to a little bit. That's the ones that kind of and then just random, it could really come at any time, offer, San Diego State I never talked to, they just called one day and offered me. So it can really come at any time. So just like to stay on my feet and be ready for random stuff.
So for you, this summer, you mainly be official visits and whatnot. You really don't need to go through, unless it's like a big-time team like Michigan that maybe wants to see you throw. But for quarterbacks, schools make their moves pretty quickly. I mean, you got to be thinking in the next 2 months. I mean, things are going to move pretty quickly.
Yeah, quarterback's a different position. Most schools only take 1. Some that I talk to say they're going to take 2 just because that's how they feel about it. But, it's definitely something I got to start thinking about more when I want to commit and stuff like that. But probably early summer to maybe take 2 or 3 OVs, maybe not. Maybe I'll commit just where I feel right at the time, where I feel right with the coaches, where I feel right with the culture, and just the offense where I'm going to fit in the best.
And Tamala will have a bevy of receivers to throw the football to, including tight end Isaac Jensen, who also has several big Power 4 offers, including from teams like Nebraska, Notre Dame, and LSU.
I just got way bigger in the offseason. I was like 200 pounds at the end of the season before, and then I was 220 before this last season, and I also got faster. So that just helped me with my game, and learning from Chase helped a lot too because he was more experienced than I was, obviously, and just learning from him really helped.
Yeah, I think the attention is well deserved. All 3 of these guys, great athletes, play on the basketball team too. Isaac's continuing to put on a lot of weight. Coach Satterfield and I just talked earlier this week about Isaac, and they're excited about him, and I know he's going to continue to explore all of his options as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's been busy, honestly, like the past couple months, and there's a ton of phone calls and everything, and then I've quite a few visits coming up just to help me narrow down my list. And then, I mean, there's a lot of schools reaching out that that haven't offered yet, but they're just asking for my film and just getting on the phone with me, and just never know when they're going to offer or not.
Jensen is just one of 2 prospects right now in the state that hold Husker offers for the class of 2026.
Just letting me know that I'm top of their board for tight ends in my class, and that's probably the biggest thing in recruiting is schools showing you that you're wanted, and if you're wanted somewhere, then that's you kind of have to make that a priority, because you don't want to go somewhere that's you're not a priority and they won't take you over someone else. So that's plays a big part.
And then they have another veteran wide receiver in Amari Jackson with offers from Iowa, Iowa State, Illinois, Kansas, and Kansas State, among others, who will be one of their big play receivers for Tamala.
Yeah, I've been here since freshman year. I played my freshman year, sophomore year, last year, junior year. So just coming in, doing what I can on the field, wherever I can. Last year, I played some safety, so obviously I plan on doing that again this year. But just coming in this year strong and just trying to stay focused.
Yeah, well, even his freshman year, he started at receiver for us. So to have a 4-year starter in Class A football is extremely unique. Not a lot of 14-year-old kids can come in and do that. Yeah, his foot's healing up great, and we're excited for him. Especially the fact that last year he got to play both ways and showcase his talents on defense as well is a big part of what Amari can do.
Every school I've talked to, they want me as a receiver, but like a couple of those schools, like I still talk to the defensive coaches and they're still pushing me to play safety. So, I mean, and I feel like in the college game today, there's going to be a lot more people kind of mix and match and going both ways. But I'm just looking wherever I can get on the field first and making an impact.
Jackson hopes to take a number of different visits here over the coming months.
I would say Iowa State, Northwestern, K-State, Minnesota, Iowa, those schools.
And then moving forward, what does March and April and May kind of look like for you? Do you have some trips set up to visit some spring practices and junior days coming up?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to Iowa State, K-State. I will get out to Northwestern, but it's kind of a trip, and I went out there for their junior day. But really just trying to get healthy, and then I know some schools come out in the spring, so maybe run some routes or do whatever.
They also will be led up front by Illinois commitment and offensive lineman Landon Von Segeren. He committed to the Illini earlier this winter. Wide receiver Deshaun Prince is another prospect. He's got an offer from Nebraska. He's going to recover, though, from a knee injury that's going to keep him out for at least the first part of the season. But there's no doubt this is a team that we're going to probably see back in Memorial Stadium defending that state championship. They'll open the season, though, in Las Vegas with an out-of-state game against runner-up Arbor View. Reporting here at the In-State Tour with Millard South, I'm Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com.